Kalamazoo's Rock Station, 107.7 RKR. It is Mark Frankhouse with the Rocker Morning Show, and today I have the honor of being joined with a man whose music has been a tremendous influence in my life, as well as a major source of comfort and inspiration to so many others. He is a founding member of Chicago. James Pankow, dude, thanks for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate the honor, man.
What's happening in Michigan?
Dude, we're about to get a massive heat wave, but we're holding strong. How you doing?
Well, we're out here slamming away, man. We're on the road all of June and then July with Brian Wilson, and things are going great. Crowds have been fantastic, and we're going to be. I guess we're going to be in your neck of the woods near the end of next month. So.
Yeah,
we're excited to be back. You know, it's our old home away from home, DTE, which I will always call Pine Knob.
Yep.
But, the tour is going great, and we're out here in support of the new record. If This Is Goodbye is the first single, and it's kicking butt. It's climbing the charts, and it's getting a great reaction, at all the shows. The new album will be released next month, and it's the first collection of original music from the band in quite a long time, and we're very proud of it. So we're excited to be able to give our fans some new music.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, you guys have always been a live band at heart, really. So, I mean, it had to been kind of, you guys must have been itching to get back out on the road during the pandemic.
I can't tell you how difficult that was. I hadn't been home that long all my life.
God.
It's like completely dead in the water.
Yeah.
And we did some Zoom things, and some social media, but there's nothing like the real thing, the hand-to-hand combat of being on stage and being with your audience. That synergy between the band and the audience is unbelievable. And yes, it was very difficult to be away from that for a year and a half.
Well,
we were the last show in Vegas in March of 20,
right?
And that was it. I got home, and you can only take the trash out so many times a day.
Without a doubt. Actually, the last time I talked, he's since left, but Keith, I talked to him a couple years ago, and he was telling me you guys were ready to take up the Las Vegas residency, and it's just, we were kind of like keeping fingers crossed at the time, like hopefully this doesn't get too bad, and Well,
it was a time of great uncertainty. I talked to many of my brothers in the business, and everybody was going crazy. We didn't know if we'd ever get back to work.
Right.
And when things started calming down, and we found out from Live Nation that dates were being booked and we were going to actually get back to work, we were thrilled. I mean, my bags were packed on the front porch a month before we left. I was like itching to get back. And here we are. It's another busy summer on the road. And it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Absolutely, dude. This is Chicago's 55th year, correct?
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, it's over half a century, and not only are we celebrating that key anniversary, but the band. I'll tell you, Mark, the band is slamming. It's the best lineup arguably we've ever had. The three originals we are still in the saddle, and we have the best supporting cast we've ever had. So the band is at the top of its game, and the shows have been slamming.
I can definitely vouch for that. Even though it was a couple of years ago, I was lucky enough to see you guys when you opened up at the Ravinia back in 2019, and I mean that was just I was telling my dad, because I was like, that was the best I have ever seen these guys play. Like, they sounded so good.
There you go.
You guys played your asses off then. You played so many songs.
Well, in the last couple of years, we made even more adjustments. And right now, the rhythm section is absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
And people in the audience, they're just wide-eyed. They're looking at this This band is a veteran act, as we all know. We are veteran musicians that have been doing this a long time.
True.
When people come to the show, they're hearing the record on steroids with the state-of-the-art system, and every note is played live. There's no smoke and mirrors.
Right.
This is live performance, and there's no weak sister in the band, and people are just amazed at the quality of the music because it's performed so well. And I can't wait to get on that stage every night, dude. I'm like, let me at him. I can't. It's like it's the best drug on earth. That adrenaline that you feel is without compare. Every night is like the first night, all these years later.
That is awesome. Well, I mean, 55 years in the game, man. I mean, there's no reason for smoke and mirrors. There's a reason you guys have been around for this long and sold over 100 million albums. And you guys put your heart into this music. And like you said, the rhythm section, absolutely on fire. And that really does come through with Firecracker, too. I really like the direction it's taken. Really funky, but still keeping that, still keeping that core Chicago sound.
The new record, the new album, particularly. It'll be released officially next month, and the single "If This Is Goodbye" is a sneak preview. And this new record actually came along at a very opportune time. We were in the midst of that pandemic, and we struck a deal to do the new album, and it gave us something meaningful to fill our time while we were stuck at home. So I was at the keyboard 24/7, writing and arranging horns for the rest of the songs, and it kept us busy. But this record it's Chicago trademark, but it's got a fresh face.
Right, absolutely.
This is music that has been overdue, and we are not just going through the motions. We're not resting on the laurels of 25 or 6 to 4 Saturday in the Park.
No doubt.
We're evolving with brand new music, and I would put this up against anything we've ever done. I'm very proud of the record, and I hope the fans that hear the record enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it.
That's one of the key things I've always felt, especially with musicians who have been around for a long time. I feel there's a lot of pressure, I feel like on a lot of bands to stay relevant, but I find that the bands who have been around the longest haven't tried to stay relevant. They've just tried to stick true to who they are, and they do it for the love of the music, not for the fame, and that carries their career way farther.
I'll tell you, man, little did we know that this music would become a soundtrack in millions of lives. You're sitting at a piano having a personal moment, crafting a song, and the next thing you know, you're in front of thousands of people, and they're mouthing the lyrics of the song that was a personal moment for you. And that connection is what really validates what we do. And now we're going to be able to share a whole new edition of original material, and the band continues to evolve. And this is an ongoing journey. We are so blessed to be able to do this for so many years and watch the audience continue to grow. Our fan base continues to grow, and you look out in the crowd, and there's people from 10 to 70, and they're all grooving on their own level. It's a phenomenon we never expected.
Talking about it, with my dad too, we were sitting by the campfire one night, and we're like, how unbelievable is it that a band comes out and within the span of 2 years puts out three double albums that are just absolutely front to back perfect. And I was like, these guys were freaking ready. And I just...
Yeah, we were, man.
I mean, you guys were so hungry. And, I feel like you guys really changed rock music because it was almost like right after you guys, you start seeing like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, horns start getting introduced to rock bands more because you really perfected that sound. I mean, how fast did those first 3 years fly by for you guys?
Well, I mean, back in the day, we were, thank God we had the energy and the enthusiasm to do all that we did because we were on the road 300 days a year back then.
Right.
So we were writing and touring. I was writing songs on the road as well as Robert and others, and we were busy around the clock between touring 300 days and then going in the studio and doing Chicago Transit Authority, the first album. And then back on the road, we immediately went to Europe after we finished that record, and then came back to the States and went right back in the studio and started on Chicago 2.
That is wild.
So it was around the clock. And you know what, man? The people that last are the people that worked harder than anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, without question, man. And you guys continue to grind. On this new album, is Keith Howland still on the album, or did you guys record this with Tony?
Actually, yeah, Keith is on the record, as well as Tom Bukovic and Tim Pierce in L.A.
Okay.
We used the cream of the crop, and Keith and I actually wrote a song together that is one of the songs on the record.
Cool.
It's a love song to my son when he was a baby.
Oh, that's great.
And, so the part of Keith will go on and on through that song. But Tony Obrada, our current guitarist, is amazing.
Sweet. You guys are gelling pretty well with him then, I take it?
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tony's been a fan of the band his whole life. He's a younger guy. He grew up with this music. This is his dream come true. And, we just did the Forum in L.A.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the Forum is one of the few venues that we have seen for years. And the first time we performed at that venue in Los Angeles, we were Jimi Hendrix's opening act.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. And Tony was on stage with us at that historic venue, and he came up to me and he said, "Jimmy, I never thought I'd walk on stage at the Forum in L.A."
That's awesome. So
I close my eyes and I picture you guys here with Hendrix, and I get chills. And here I am. I was just a kid, and I was listening to this stuff going, holy cow, what is this? And here I am on stage as a part of this music that I grew up with. And he was like a little kid. He was so excited. But he is a virtuoso on guitar, and he is a welcome addition to the lineup.
That's fantastic. And you guys actually, something good to note, you may not have heard, but it was pretty big over here. They, DTE Energy Music Theater, actually, they formed a new partnership. So they actually did officially change their name back to Pine Knob.
I heard that, man. And I was going, it's about time.
Right? Yeah, no joke.
Yeah. And, I'd laugh because we go on stage and I go, hey, man, it's great to be back at Pine Knob, and everybody, instantly they related, they dug that because that's what it's always been. And, believe it or not, at one point, in fact, it may still be the case, we held a record at Pine Knob. We did a whole week there.
Wow.
And did a matinee on Saturday, maybe even Sunday. We did like 8 or 9 shows in a week, and I think that continues to be the record in terms of performances by one act. But every time we're at that show, at that venue, it's like you walk on that stage, it's like, we're back.
No joke, man. No, I another notable show that I saw there with you guys when you did it, when you were playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. That rendition of 25 or 64, you guys had like 30 people on stage. I was like, this is the best show I've ever been to. So good.
It was a highlight of my career, that package with Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, man, I hope we could do it again, sometime. Yeah. Because, we did 5 or 6 iterations of that package. And, I can attest to the excitement of that finale with them. Well, yeah, there were over 20 guys on stage, and I mean, it was unreal.
Oh God, it was so exciting, man. Seriously, so many great memories seeing you guys live, and personally, I just want to thank you so much for continuing to do this, because Chicago has been one of my favorite bands. It's as music is saving. And Chicago's music has definitely been a saving presence in my life. And I just
thank you, brother.
Absolutely. I just get so excited that you guys are putting a new album out. Very excited about that. You guys are going to be closing out the tour at Pine Knob July 26th. And I'm definitely going to be running into you guys after the show for sure. And I appreciate your patience and your time today greatly.
It's a pleasure. I mean, am I blessed or what to be able to talk to you and all the fans in Radioland all these years later and still look forward to walking on that stage and kicking it. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody at the end of July. And thank you for enjoying and supporting what we do musically, because without you guys, we wouldn't have the full spin. So thank you.
Hey, man, pleasure's all ours. Look forward to seeing you guys. Have a great tour, and we will catch you next month. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you, Mark, to you, and hello to all of our fans in Radioland. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, James. You have a great day, man. Good luck. Have a great show tonight.
Thank you, brother. Take care.
Take care, my friend.